Hi, everybody. I'm creating this brief tutorial about how to set up and use Talking Points, which is an app and or browser that you can use on your iPad, your phone, or on your computer to communicate with families via text in their preferred language. So the first thing you're going to do is go to talkingpts.org, which is their website. You're going to sign up for free, and then when I originally created my account, I signed in with Google, and then it signed in using my @apps email. Um, I'm going to try to do that again. I'll use my other account. I'll use my Hamlin account because I'm an instructor there, and I'm allowing it. So you're going to use your apps account for the district. I can't do that. It'll just open up my account that already exists. And when it opens here, you're going to see that you can create a class, you can send messages or announcements to students. And there we go. They do have, as you can see, more than 100 languages, and I'll demonstrate that in a little bit. So fill in your contact information. This is what the parents will see when they get the message from you. It will auto generate a phone number that is not yours when they receive the text. Parents do not have to download the app when they receive the message. It will come through as a text. They can download the app if they want to, but again, they don't have to. They're just going to receive a text, and it will be in their home language that you will choose. So I really have enjoyed using Talking Points. I think it's a great way to communicate quickly with families. And as we know, many families have their phones readily available and see their texts. So I typically get 4 or 5 responses immediately, which I have found so useful. And I'm really happy that parents get the information in a language that they prefer. So, yes, we'll continue setting up and then I'll explain more. So select your role. I am going to say I'm an EL teacher, which I am. The grades that you work for, I don't know if this really matters. I work with high school students, so I'm going to select 9, 10, 11, 12. Obviously, select the grades that are appropriate to you. And then your school. So I'll see if our district exists here. Nope. And I don't remember what I did this the first time. Oh, there we go. Rosemont High School is there. And that's where I am. You can subscribe if you want to get news, tips, and family engagement resources. There we go. I think that's all there is for the setup of your account. Then once you get in, it's going to take you just a little while to enter student contact information. But once that's done, like I've mentioned before, this has been a really amazing tool for me to use and message people all at once or individually or small groups, whatever you want to do. For example, this week when we went to distance learning, I texted parents through Talking Points the new schedule and let them know the hours that students were going to be responsible for Zooming. And like I said, I got 4 or 5 messages originally. So you can see that this is kind of what your homepage looks like. You can add students and contacts. What I think I would recommend first is creating a class. So go up to the top and say add class, then you can name your class, whatever it is. I'm going to say it's Algebra 1. And again, select whatever grade you want, create. And then you can see the next step is to add students. So this is the part you have 2 options. You can add students manually, which is what I did, just looking up contact information using Canvas. You can invite the family members via the app code or text message, but I just added them manually so they would automatically get it. You can import them via an Excel or Google Doc. They have a template for you that you can download and make a copy of. To me, I chose not to do that because I still have to enter the information into the Excel spreadsheet, but maybe you already, or Google Sheet, but maybe you already have that generated because we've been contacting families so much and it might be easy to transfer. So whatever works for you, but I enter them manually. So that's what I'm going to demonstrate. So we're going to put in first the student name. So I'm creating a student name here. The contact name is the parent or guardian name, and you can enter the student twice if you want to enter for their mom and their dad, for example. Um, and then you're going to add the relationship. So this is his mother, his home language is Spanish. You can see that's at the top because it's a used number. And then you just enter the phone number in. There we go. It will turn blue when it is correct. I'm going to also enter his dad's name in. And again, you can see the selection. There are many options for who the contact is. And again, home language Spanish, and then enter that parent's number. Put the dash in between. There we go. So you can have up to 200 students in there. So you could possibly enter all of your students as one if you maybe have one section of a course or something like that. Again, you can see right here that there is the option to download an Excel or Google Sheets template. They have a video tutorial that will walk you through that. But I just kept adding students like this. And once you add another student, let's see. Okay, I'm gonna add another student and his dad is gonna be, there we go. And you can see, look at all the choices for language. This student's from Ethiopia, so I'm gonna choose Amharic and again, enter the phone number. And now there is another line. So it just will keep adding. It does alert you if you have missed something somehow and it won't let you do it. And actually, well, I'm gonna have to create a phone number here as well so I can show you how to add. I believe that it's going to tell me that these phone numbers don't exist, but we will find out right now once we add that. You can always add more students after you've done this if you want to just start with a few so you don't have to worry like, oh, do I need to do this all at one time? You can always go back and add them. Okay, so you can see that these were real phone numbers apparently that I put in. So here's my two students. And you can see this student has two contacts below right there. And it tells you the status, which means right now, these parents would be receiving any message you send via text. They don't have the app. If the parent has the app, there will be a purple box that says parent app. So you can go over here and edit the student. You can move them to a class if you're going to have different classes next time. You could totally delete them if the student moves or is not in your class anymore. This is, yeah, just to see if they had any messages from you right there. I have sent announcements before, which sends the same message to all families. You can add pictures and links to that. If you want to just message one student, you click the box next to their name and do send message. And then I believe, yes, the first time it auto generates and says who you are and saying that you're going to send message to them. You can use this obviously or delete. You have 320 characters for each message. And like I mentioned before, you can add a file, you can add images, you can add a file from a Google Doc, a poll. I've never used that feature before. And you can change the color or anything you like that about the template. Usually, again, I just do a normal one and then send it off. When the family responds to you, you will see the messages on the left side over here where it says messages, and you can click on that and respond to them. And like I mentioned earlier, the really amazing thing about this app and this company is that when you send a message to a family, they're going to receive it in the language that you have listed as their home language. Even if that's in English, you type in English, they'll obviously get that same message. So they, for example, Nael's family would see it in Amharic. They can respond to you in Amharic, and you will receive that message in English. I have found great success with this. Again, it's an amazing tool to contact families about anything you want to. Yeah, it's pretty easy to use. I haven't found it very difficult. Obviously, if you go back to the home, you can create more classes. If you want from the classes here, adding a class, you can create students independently, whatever you want, send a message to everyone. Again, it's not too difficult to figure out, but Talking Points does offer tutorials as well. If you want to watch a webinar or something like that, that they have. So I wish everyone luck using this app. I think it's a great way to stay in touch and foster family engagement. Good luck, everybody, and reach out if you have any questions.